Hello and welcome to my humble kitchen. I'm Billy and I'm so happy you're joining me for the first episode of The Red Sink. The Red Sink is my take on all things food. Entertaining, menus, recipes, fun facts, nutrition, and so on. Since St. Patrick's Day is less than a week away and I am having friends over, I thought St. Patrick's Day gathering would be the perfect theme for my YouTube debut. And I'm going to take traditional Irish foods and turn them into appetizers and small bites. So everything I do, I'm a huge list maker. In fact, I think I spend more time writing out lists than I do fulfilling them. But I always have my trusty notebook and I write down any kind of project I create a list for any project I'm doing. And so, of course, here's my St. Patrick's Day gathering list. And that includes the menu and also the shopping list. So we're all set with that. I've already gone shopping this morning and I plan on just making a couple dishes each episode as we work up to St. Patrick's Day. And we are going to start with dessert. So I am doing my take on what's called Millionaire Shortbread. Now, Millionaire Shortbread is a layer of shortbread, a layer of toffee, and then a layer of chocolate. And I'm going to actually mix toffee into the dough and then melt chocolate over the top because that's easier. All right, so first thing we're going to do is cream our butter. Creaming that up, and look at that, it all sucked into the beater. That happens sometimes, that's all right. So I'm going to add a half a cup of sugar in there, and then I'm just going to beat the crap out of it to get it nice and creamy. And it's getting closer. I'm so excited. Okay, so, alright, well that was fun, wasn't it? And now I'm doing something a little controversial. I am adding an egg yolk to the dough. Why? Because I just think because it's bars and when you go to cut it, maybe an egg yolk will be help it bind together better, and also it's not going to crumble as much. So I'll let you know. We'll see how that works at the end because it just kind of came to me. Sometimes when you cut that shortbread, it just gets all crumbly, and I thought, what if we added a little egg yolk? All right, let's go. So whip that into it. I think homemade is so much better. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think these are cleaned off properly. We'll put this into our good old red sink. And now I am going to add in, so we have a half cup of sugar, we have a stick and a half of butter that's been creamed together, then I mixed in the egg yolk, and now I'm going to stir in a cup and a half of flour and also a half a teaspoon of salt. So just kind of stir that all around. A fun silly story while I'm stirring this up. My mom thought it would be fun if we added effects of me popping up out of the red sink, like coming up through the drain. And I don't know, I just kind of thought that's a little like, you ever watch that movie The Ring? I don't know, that's the theme we're going for here, Mom. But it was an idea. It certainly was. All right, so I think this is what we want. And basically it's just, you want it to come together, and it's gonna be like wet sand kind of consistency, a little pebble size. And now I'm going to sprinkle in my toffee. So the grocery store, I was actually looking for toffee chips, but the grocery store was out of toffee chips. So I chose, you know, the kind of the English toffee, the Heath candy bar chips. So, you know, it is what it is, and I'm gonna add this. And I'm sure it's gonna taste just as good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stir that all together so it's all incorporated. And the next step is my pan. So this is an 8x8, and I lined it with foil and then I sprayed it because I don't want that sticking. So you just kind of pour it on in there. Oh, waste not, want not. All right. So you just pat it all in. And you press it down. You give it a good press, because this is the base. Then it's going to go into a 325 degree oven for about 30 minutes. We'll join back up with you when it's all done. All right, so this just came out of the oven, piping hot, and I'm, just to make sure it's nice and firm, I'm gonna press it down. Again, just being very mindful of it not crumbling when I cut it. And you know, I'm not sure how many chips to put on this. I'm just gonna put some mini chocolate chips over the top and let them melt. So let's start off with a half a cup. See how that goes. All right, so a little under a half a cup, but I'm gonna sprinkle that out. And I'm just using mini semi-sweet chocolate chips, and I have determined half a cup is not enough. So let's put in another half a cup. All right. And I think that'll do it. So then you just kind of spread it all around, and the heat from the dough will melt those chips. So we're just going to give that a little bit of time, probably 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to just take an offset spatula and spread it out. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Lift it up perfectly. So, chocolate's still a little soft. That's okay, I was really excited to give it a try though. And you know, it feels really firm. Alright, oh, I'm so excited. I'm just gonna cut off a little piece so I could try it. I figure it'll go, I'll cut 8 across. So we'll get like 64 small bites. Alright, so I'm cutting into this, and it's cutting wonderfully. It's not all crummy. And so I'm just going to take off the corner piece here and give it a try. Okay. Yes, good buttery shortbread. There just isn't anything better. And I see why they call it the Millionaire shortbread, because the chocolate, the toffee, it is so rich and luscious. So thumbs up for my very first dish. Yay.